I'm Lauren Landa, and you guys might know me as Robin from Fire Emblem and Super Smash Bros., Juno from BEASTARS, and Sailor Neptune from Sailor Moon and Sailor Moon Crystal. And I'm here with Anime Impulse. Let's get started.
Thanks for checking out this video. Before we dive into all the fun, make sure you subscribe to Anime Impulse to stay up to date with all the fun anime and voice actor content that we have in store.
A preference between Robin and Grima. I mainly remember Robin because I have a lot of fans come up to me and ask me about Robin, and they especially love the time to tip the scales, which I always love to do, and I always love when David Vincent and I can do that together because, you know, he's a good friend of mine, and Robin together, you can't go wrong. If any of you are familiar with my work, y'all should know that I am all about the villains. Not only playing villains, but I tend to root for the villains sometimes. Is that terrible? I don't think that's terrible, but I'm just gonna say that villains all the way. So most of you already know that I voice two characters that are very lovable, Annie Leonhardt from Attack on Titan, and Karin Kansuki from Street Fighter V. Now I'm trying to think about what they both have in common. Oh, that's right, they're big laughing moments. So over here, we have Annie Leonhardt. Emotionless, cold, she doesn't laugh throughout the entire series until near the end. Spoiler alert! Then we have Karin Kansuki from Street Fighter V. A powerful fighter, rich, kind of a snob, and when she wins and when she beats someone, she laughs maniacally, and it's a lot of fun. So what was my process for both? Well, that's actually kind of a good question. So with Annie, it was a little difficult because she's so cold and emotionless. So when I got to that scene, it kind of needed to be like her going Joker on Armin and Eren and Mikasa. So that's exactly what I kind of channeled, because not only do I love the Joker as a villain, so I had to kind of tune that in a little bit, but kind of make it into my own with some Annie style. So with Karin, it was kind of a more simple process. I was given the opportunity to audition for her, and Capcom really loved her laugh so much because that's her trademark, as you guys know. So I had to kind of try and stick with that as closely as I could. So that's what I ended up doing. I can't take too much credit for that, but you know, I do appreciate when people come up and want me to do the laugh. It makes me very, very happy. So I know you guys love Karin's laugh so much, so, you know, just for you guys, I'll give you a little treat. There you go. One of the things that really stood out to me about BEASTARS is the animation. The animation is just so beautiful. It's so fluid, it's so graceful, and I love it. It's also a beautiful story, carnivores versus herbivores. The characters themselves are just so beautifully created. You have Legoshi, who is a wolf, he's in love with a rabbit, but he also is a carnivore. He also wants to, you know, not feed off of smaller animals because he just wants to be friends with everybody. He's not like that. Then you have people like Louis, who is in a very interesting position because he knows that carnivores are higher up on the food chain, right? He knows that carnivores have more of the power than herbivores. But Louis isn't standing for that, and he definitely wants to stand out, and he wants to have more control than most herbivores do. He wants to take it into his own hands, so to speak. And then you have Haru, who is, I would say that I feel some sympathy for Haru because she's someone that just wants to connect with people, and she wants to be seen as someone other than a helpless rabbit. And, you know, I think some people in the world definitely want to be seen differently than how they come off or how they appear. And I respect that. And then there's my sweet baby girl, Juno. Juno just wants everyone to be okay. She wants everyone to be happy. She wants to fight for good in the world. She wants everything to be at peace. and she also has a major crush for Legoshi, so you can't really blame her. But either way, all in all, BEASTARS really speaks out to me in so many different ways. It's just such a beautiful show, and I'm so excited for it, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it. Would I be predator or would I be prey? Not gonna lie, I'd probably be a predator in the animal kingdom. How well would I be? That's a completely different story. So most of you probably already know this, but I was a fan back in the day of Sailor Moon, and I still am a big fan of Sailor Moon. When I used to watch it as a kid on Toonami, my favorite characters immediately became Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune. Then X amount of years later, I was given the opportunity to audition for Sailor Neptune, and then I was cast as her. And that's kind of crazy to me. To this day, it's still a little crazy because she's basically the perfect woman, and you know, she's beautiful and talented and everything I strive to be. Sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, it's really nice actually that their relationship isn't censored anymore. Because back in the day when it was the Canadian dub, it was a different time. Now we are much more progressive than we were, so I think it's kind of nice that we can see the relationship for how it really is, and I just love the both of them so much. And I'm glad, especially for the LGBTQ+ community, that they are able to enjoy that as well. First of all, I have to give all of my love to Lindbeck for letting the entire world know that, because it's very important and it's very true. Bonn is my guy. And that started when Lindbeck and I first met, and I also had a crush on Kakashi. Now, if you know Lindbeck, you know that Kakashi is her guy. She is all about Kakashi. Now, at first I was too, and I still love Kakashi. But then once I became involved with Seven Deadly Sins, I met this guy, Bonn. Bonn, the sin of greed, which I am totally fine with. So yes, he is my guy. Bonn is my guy, and I will fight anybody for him. I'm serious. Anime Impulse has suggested or requested that I rate 5 anime guys with abs. The first being Bonn, because he's my number 1. Second, being a two-parter actually, 2 people. Dante and Virgil from Devil May Cry, Senku from Dr. Stone, Dark Schneider from Bastard, and one of my personal favorites, one of my first anime crushes, Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. That's 5, right? That's 5. You're welcome, Anime Impulse. As far as fan service shows go, I don't mind them. I'm definitely more of a good storyline, good characters, good drama kind of person, rather than the over-the-top, silly, fan-service-y comedy stuff. That's just not my cup of tea. But if it's a good story, and if it has fan service in it, I don't care. Like, as long as the story's good, and as long as I love the characters, that's what matters to me, so. One of the lines that I can remember from Testament of Sister New Devil is when Mio and Basara, it's the first scene where they get a little closer, and there's a line where poor Mio is just going through so much, so she ends up saying, "It's more than I can take!" And I just remember being so high-pitched in that scene. It was so funny and it was so ridiculous, but to this day, I've never forgotten that line. So, thank you, Mio.
No, not there! No! Basara! It's more than I can take!
Oh my god! I love Redline so much. I can't even stress to you guys how much I love Redline. If you have not seen Redline, what are you doing with your life? It's about racing in outer space. How could you go wrong with that? And also, little tidbit on it, there is something very cool that I think a lot of people don't know about it. It was 100% hand-drawn. It took 7 years to animate. 7 years to animate, and to this day, it holds up super well. The animation is beautiful, the music is awesome, and not to mention it's just a badass movie, so if you have not seen it, we're gonna put a little picture of it right here where you can see Sweet JP and his glorious tall hair. How you doing, baby? Anyway, Redline, check it out right now. Spoiler alert, right here. There's gonna be a big sign that says spoiler alert. The most shocking reveal that I've had in my entire career, which is about 12, 13 years worth, I would say was Annie being the female Titan in Attack on Titan. I had never seen Attack on Titan when I was cast in it. So halfway down the line, when I'm watching the series and the female Titan comes in, I thought originally that it was another character, but it turns out it was Annie. And I wasn't expecting that because Annie comes in for a little bit, but then she disappears for a good chunk of the first season. Then she comes back at the end. So I thought, we're never gonna see her again, whatever. But then she ends up coming back a little different. That was a big shock to me. And also I was super excited to find out. I nearly lost my shit. So, and I think I did, in fact. Mike McFarlane and Josh Greeley can back me up on that. Thanks, guys. One of the most vocally, pressing characters that I've done is actually Kyoko Sakura from Madoka Magica. At the time when I was cast as her, I hadn't really played that many higher-pitched characters, so she was definitely new for me. So it definitely took some getting used to, but now I'm just super happy to be able to hit that range for other characters. So, love my girl. But she was a little bit difficult.
Simple. I'll just put her dumb rookie ass out of commission. Permanently.
Voice acting means I get to play. Voice acting means I get to perform, and it means that I get to live out my passion that I have felt my entire life. And I love performing. It makes me feel alive, and I love connecting with the characters. And voice acting is just a big part of my life, and it's very near and dear to my heart. So. And you guys have made it really special for me too, so I appreciate it. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this interview. I had so much fun. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Lauren_A_Landa. There you can find out my convention appearances and new role announcements and a lot of other cool stuff. And also, if you want to let me know who your favorite husbando is, just tweet at me and I'll check it out. And don't forget to check out BEASTARS on Netflix, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Bye!